Hey everybody, it's Tyler Austin from Gun Gear Strategic. Please like and subscribe. So by now you've probably heard of the decree, if you will, that the ATF has made recently in regards to UTM and how it can no longer be sold to civilians for their own personal training and general use. Obviously, this is complete bullshit. If you want to learn more about the specifics on that decree, I would suggest you just go read the letter they sent to UTM and maybe go watch some other videos on the specifics of that. But regardless, in this video, I want to go over more or less a avenue of approach in regards to how the industry as a whole can fight this kind of bullshit. And that's going to be more or less refusing service and sale to government agencies when stuff like this happens. So let's just use UTM as an example. Obviously, UTM is used heavily as a force-on-force training munition, so for force-on-force training, and it's heavily used but for both military and just general government use. So, you know, lots of military folks use it, lots of government and police agencies use it, again, for force-on-force training. So let's just say that once UTM received this letter, they went back and went, do you know what? Fuck you guys. If you're not going to allow civilians to purchase and use this for their own training and practice, then neither will you be able to purchase it. So if you want to be able to use our products, then you're going to lift this restriction, and until that is lifted, you will no longer be able to purchase and use UTM for your training and practice. And I think that is ultimately an avenue that needs to start being used within the industry, because these government agencies and including the military basically are solely dependent on private industry for everything, from their firearms to ammunition to training tools like UTM, etc., etc. They're completely dependent on private industry and private business and private individual civilians for all their, again, firearms, ammunition, training devices and stuff like that. So for them to turn around and go, do you know what? You can't own these things. You can make them for us, but you can't use them and you can't own them. It's complete horseshit. And if we started leveraging that as a industry, things would change, or it would at least put a lot of pressure for things to change. So let's just use another example other than UTM here. Let's just take a firearms company. Let's say Daniel Defense. They do a lot of contracting in terms of making firearms for, again, military and just general government usage. What if Daniel Defense looked at these guys and went, do you know what? You won't allow civilians to own SBRs, for example, without going through a gigantic ass headache through the NFA and that whole entire process. So with that being the case, we will not sell you SBRs. Just that simple. You won't let civilians own them? Well, we won't sell them to you either. And if we did that as an entire industry, things would likely change with a lot of pressure, because now they're not getting what they want or need, you know, so things would change, or at least it would put a lot of pressure for things to change. And if we did that industry wide, I think it would cause a lot of change. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. Again, is it the only avenue, and is it the avenue? No, this, along with a coalition of a lot of other things, such as, you know, supporting things like Firearms Policy Coalition, all that, for actual legal change and all that, obviously is very important. But I think it's another avenue that needs to be explored and needs to be taken action on. Anyways, I'm Tyler Austin from Gun Gear Strategic. Thank you so much for watching.